Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is special because I am partnered with my naturopath, Dr. Nicole Constant, who is someone that I've worked with personally over the years. We decided to come together and do this video series for you guys who have questions about the Candida diet. I can only speak to my experience with it, but I think it makes more sense if we have a registered professional who has well over 20 years of experience treating patients with Candida overgrowth to come in and kind of give us more insight and discuss more details with things related to the Candida diet, what is gut bacteria, and all of those type of topics we will get into in more detail. I've mentioned Dr. Nicole Constant in a couple of my videos in the past, so my audience, I think you guys should be acquainted with who she is, but yes, I wanted to, introduce her. So hello, Dr. Nicole, how are you?
Hello, Sherese. It's a pleasure to be here and to serve your community. I'm Dr. Nicole Constant, and I'm a naturopath practicing here in Ontario. And this is a passion of mine, working with the digestive system. I come from a family who have a lot of digestive problems. And as a child, seeing people suffering from a lot of discomfort and not capable of eating that food because they're not feeling well, not sleeping well because they eat whatever that food is. And I wanted to be of help for them. My interest is the digestive health. And instead of the digestive health, one of the things that bother people the most is alteration of their gut bacteria.
Mhm.
And instead of the alteration of the gut bacteria, one of the things that you can get is Candida albicans. Then large number of my clients are suffering from that dysbiosis, that means Candida albicans and other disturbance in the digestive health. I'm here today to answer questions and to help clarify anything that is in relation to the gut bacteria, to Candida albicans.
Thank you so much for joining me. I'm so glad that we're able to do this. I get a lot of questions all the time that I don't feel comfortable answering, just because I can only, like I said before, I can only speak to my experience. So I'm really glad that you're able to come on and give my audience a little preview of what it's like to work with a naturopath.
Oh, a naturopath is really, it's the training that we have as a naturopath is almost exactly the same training than the medical doctors. The only difference here, we focus on the whole person.
Yeah.
We focusing on getting the root cause of what's going on instead of covering what's going on. And
Mhm.
secondly, we're looking at the whole person because a lot of time we are sick. The reason is not really what we are complaining about. It's other things. For example, if you get Candida overgrowth or Candida albicans, that means something is happening in your life that make that group of fungus to go over the amount that they're supposed to be going.
Mhm.
Then the important here is to go and find out what's going on in your life right now that allow that to happen. Are you taking too much antibiotics? Are you having uh, going through a divorce? Are you failing in school? What is the reason?
Mhm.
Then, if we can take care of that, at the same time, we'll be treating the illness, we have more chances. And that is the role of and the way naturopath work. We start with the least damaging, the least intrusive, all the way up, slowly, slowly, slowly building it up. And we there as teachers. We open the people because we're there to go with you, to work with you, and to open your eyes to other alternatives that can be used in your life in order to make the change, because it's a change of
It's
lifestyle,
a
because
lifestyle.
you change something in your lifestyle that allow the fungus to overgrow.
And
This
I
is
think
the way naturopath work.
I like that. And before you, I never even heard of the term holistic health. I didn't know what that meant. So when I came to you that first time, and then you did ask me about my lifestyle, what I ate, that was such a weird question to me to be asked by a doctor. I've never experienced that. So that's what I love the most about holistic health. So thank you for explaining. For this first video, what we're going to do is we're going to cover just Candida Overgrowth 101. So I have about 3 questions here that I'm going to ask Dr. Nicole Constant, and she will answer as best she can within the time frame that we have allotted. So the first question I have is, what is Candida albicans?
Candida albicans is one of the very few fungal species causing disease in humans. Candida albicans live in our body, in our intestine. It's part of the microbiota, a healthy microbiota. Normally, it's asymptomatic and it colonizes the gastrointestinal tract of a healthy human. You can find it in the reproductive tract. You can find it in the oral cavity, on the skin of most humans.
My second question is, so what is the bacteria in our digestive system and our body? Can you explain a little bit about what that even means, what it is?
The bacteria, the human microbiota. Your human microbiota is composed of bacteria, viruses, fungus, and all kinds of microbes. They reside in and on our body because we have them also on the skin. Those microbes have tremendous potential to impact our physiology, both in health and in disease. Then the microbiota, you can look at it as a forest. That means there we have bacteria, we have viruses, we have microbes, we have fungus. They all live in harmony together. And when one debalance, that's when you're having problem. And that they both have an action on our health and in disease.
And then, so my last question is, what is Candida overgrowth? And we already know, you've explained what Candida is and what the gut bacteria does for our body, but what is Candida overgrowth and what causes it?
Back to learning about Candida. Candida, remember, Candida is a fungus. It lives in our intestine. It's there, and it's there in combination with other bacteria, with viruses, and with microbes, and they live in harmony. Like when you go to the forest, there's the big pines, the red pines, the green pines, and there's other thing going on the floor, there's other thing at your height, and all those are in harmony. It's not just one group of trees that you see in the forest, because then you call it differently. It's not a forest anymore. If you can picture a forest in your head, picture the microbiota, who got fungus, who got bacteria, who got viruses, and all those in harmony. But if you're taking a lot of antibiotics, if you're having a life that is overeating, whatever that is, but the same type of food all the time without no change in it, if you're taking a lot of alcohol or a lot of sugar drink, the sugar doesn't have to be that a lot. As long as you're taking a little bit too much for your body, then you unbalance the system. That means a lot of trees, get back to the forest, a lot of trees will be dying, and we'll get one group of trees only. Or somebody enter and cut a lot of trees and leave the forest just like that. Then same thing. When we unbalance it with too much antibiotic, too much stress, then the overgrowth, that means the fungus, what is the Candida albicans, will start growing too much without balance of the others. And then that's when we can call we having an overgrowth of the Candida albicans.
Mhm. So the overgrowth is basically caused by disruption in the environment, the microbiome in your gut, which can be caused by various lifestyle factors, eating, stress, and antibiotics.
Yeah, stress is a major one, because a lot of time we're living with a lot of stress and we not even acknowledge they are having that stress. And stress can be all over, by getting divorced, by failing in school, by not having enough money, by losing your work, you name it.
Mhm. Lifestyle factors for sure. Wow, really important knowledge to know. So thank you so much for giving us a better overview of what the Candida overgrowth is and talking a little bit about gut bacteria and microbiome. And next week we will get a little bit deeper into the microbiome. So thank you again.
Thank you. That was a pleasure being with you. Hope is helping you.
Yes. Thank you.